What's up, guys? This is Frenzy, and today we're going to talk about the Pack 18 preview. This is only some of the changes, and I'm pretty sure it's going to function a lot like the last two patches, I think. Basically, they give you a couple changes, and then hopefully we'll be seeing a stream. I'm not sure what day it is. It's the 18th now. Probably the 19th when you see this. Maybe the 18th. But either way, hopefully we'll see a stream pop up maybe this weekend or something, and hopefully they'll go over some more of the changes. I'm guessing there'll be some balance stuff, and they'll probably release a post somewhere that will say everything. But basically, it even says that this is only some of the changes. Alright, so let's talk about those, and then I'll do another video if more changes get released. So, weapons categories and visuals. Basically, this was already in the game, and I think anybody who's gotten up to around level 20 realizes that there's weapons that do different things. And a lot of you have probably experienced all of these. Basically, they just clarified it a little bit more. The knight has a sword that does faster attacks, an axe that does wider cleaving attacks. Hammers do slow but a powerful third hit. I actually didn't know much about these ones. I knew swords were quick. I didn't know axes cleaved more, but I kind of assumed. And then hammers, I actually had no idea about this at all. But I don't really play knights all that much. Archers, I knew all of these. The repeater does quick shots. That's the one that I have. The multi-shot I actually don't like because each bolt seems to do less damage, and unless you're really close to the target, you won't hit with all three. So I don't really like this one. The ballista I like okay, but again, it's kind of lower damage. I think the highest DPS single target would be the repeater. It doesn't have quite the range that the other ones do. They don't really talk about range for the archer, but the repeater's bolts actually stop sooner rather than the ballistas, and I'm not sure much about the multi-shot because I don't really like it, just in general. And then the mage, fast fire bolts for the fire staff, bolts of lightning that can chain to a second enemy, and slow bolts that explode for area damage on the arcane staff. So this is all pretty much we already knew about it, or a lot of people already did. It just clarified it. Alright, so items, new abilities. Items will now have special abilities that can be triggered whenever you attack a creature. Prepare to roast your opponents with an explosive strike, or slow them down with an icy blast. This is really cool. They're starting to add more dynamic weapons or items. I guess it's just items in general. So I'm wondering what all they're going to add. I hope they add some cool, neat abilities, even like active abilities, kind of like you would get in a MOBA or something like that, where you could maybe have a passive, an active shield that maybe lasts 2 or 3 seconds, just something cool like that. Or, a charm creature would be awesome, right? You could mind control a creature, like one creature per castle, and you could control it and have it fight for you. I mean, just imagine if they were able to do that, and you could have like a Scorpio that could pull things to you. I think that sort of thing would be really cool, and they could, make defending a little bit, they could buff defending quite a bit because there would be more options to the attacker, more intuitive responses, right? You could have, someone who's not really good at using the items probably won't get through as many castles as someone who's really good and intuitively gets through castles like that. So I think that's a really cool change. Castle shield. You can basically now lower your castle shield whenever you want to. This is an amazing change for people who like defending. So yeah, I mean, I'm all for this, right? Great, awesome. You can lower your shield. We've been asking for that for a very long time, for at least 3 or 4 months. So that's great that they got that in there finally. Castle rooms. 20 more new rooms have been added for more variety and mischief. Awesome. Right? I don't think anyone's ever going to complain when they add more rooms. This is going to add a lot of spice to the game. The problem that I have that I'm really hoping comes probably not in this patch. I'm going to have to assume that this patch is not going to carry Fog of War. But the way that I'm still looking at defending, and even though we're getting 20 new rooms, I can't help but think, unless they were designed for this purpose in mind, but I can't help but think the camera rotation is still going to make it so rooms don't matter all that much because, I mean, yes, you can pull through walls, but that's about all you can do. Hooks rarely will hit. Archers rarely will hit with all 3 bolts. All these things are designed to be a skill shot from the creature and dodgeable by the hero. So if the hero can see it from a really long distance away, they have all the time in the world to dodge it. So I'm really hoping that eventually they add in some sort of fog of war so we can do some more neat little tricks. I mean, right now it does seem like springboard traps are legitimately useless. They do no damage, and if you get hooked onto one, I need to facepalm because it's awful. You shouldn't be getting hit by those anymore. So hopefully these new rooms do invent a little bit new strategy into the game. I mean, I'm looking around, like this one actually looks like the corridor room that we already have, but it's a more open area. I mean, it looks exactly like that. So, I'm not really excited about that one. I hope they do more than just remaking the rooms with a different tile set. Like, that's kind of silly. I mean, there could be neat little things that happen, like maybe this area right here that's cut off, maybe archer shots can shoot over it. I mean, think about that. That's actually pretty cool. So, I mean, there could be little things like that. This room looks interesting. It's very narrow and boxy like this, and I kind of like that room. Just the previews that we're seeing here. There's obviously 20 of them, and I might do a video if you guys are interested in when this patch comes out, me going over every single room and kind of looking at it and saying, hey, maybe this is good, maybe this would be good for this. I could probably do something like that. It might be, a 1 to 2, maybe 3-part series, depending on how much time I spend each room. We could do maybe, 6 rooms, then 7 and 7 or something like that for each video. Spend 1 or 2 minutes talking about each one. So if you guys are interested in that, leave a little comment below, and I will, obviously read them and make a video if you guys want that. So, yeah, he said there are more changes coming with Pack 18. So, yeah, pretty awesome stuff. I'm really excited to see what's coming. I think this is actually, from this preview specifically, I'm scared what they're going to bring in, because I've seen some of these previews and have been excited before, and then I see everything coming in and it just like ruins everything that they were trying to do previously. I'm hoping that there's more good things coming, nothing bad, because right now I'm looking at this and I actually don't see any bad changes, which would be the first patch in a while that I could say that. So, pretty excited for at least the direction that the game is starting to turn. It seems like it was going backwards for a while, and hopefully this is going to turn it around, starting with this pack and going forward. So I'm pretty excited. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll do another video when they release all of the changes for this pack. So hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time. Thank you for watching.